the number one prospect in the system. And I don't like to get super hyped up on Dominican Summer League guys, but Jesus Mate is the truth. We're talking about, I had conversations with someone, and the text that I got from scouts that saw him in the Dominican were, this dude is optimized. He's basically Jose Ramirez. Like if Jose, like this is what Jose Ramirez could have, like this is a starter pack for Jose Ramirez. We're talking about one of the more explosive hitters. We're talking about 60 power, 60 hit. He's an average fielder, but I think the averageness of his fielding is because he's so raw in the field. We don't know whether he's a shortstop, but he's a good runner. He's got a good arm. We're talking about everything that you want. The only thing is we haven't seen him stateside. And when he comes over stateside and he skips over the Arizona Complex League and starts in Single A, that is going to be the game that I watch on minor league baseball TV. I am locked in and I am ready for that debut. Jesus Mate is going to has a chance to be the number one prospect in baseball by midseason. I think this is one of the more exciting prospects that we have seen in a long time coming to the Dominican.
You took all the wonderful talking points. All I'm going to say is that in fantasy right now, if you happen to be in a league that hasn't caught on yet, you, like our friend Jesus, are a Mate man because you're going to have found gold legitimately from the first second that you click add. Now, in other leagues, let's take a look at his fantasy viability and what you're going to look for, because in some sites right now, essentially you're looking at a top 10 prospect. I think that that's a little far reaching, but as Reese alluded to, if Jesus Mate hits the United States and keeps the same level of play, we're going to be looking at a monumental, stratospheric, rocket-induced rise through prospect rankings, and it's all going to be well-deserved. This is a kid who, like you said, all you had to say was, Jose Ramirez to get us on board with Jesus Mate, and I am right there with you. He's incredibly exciting.
So I had a conversation with someone, and I said, who is going to be the next player that can get a Juan Soto-esque contract? Jesus Mate is one of two people in this conversation. If he flies up the minors the way in which I think that he might be able to, it's ultimately how quickly do the Brewers want to get him there. Because I think this is a really special bat. I mean, we could look silly in a year if things don't take off, but I don't see how that happens. He lifts and pulls. Everything is optimized. He's a good athlete. Like, we're talking about a guy who, if he doesn't play shortstop, he plays center field or third base. We're not talking about some guy who can only hit, right? There's so much to love about Jesus Mate. I don't like getting this aggressive about Dominican Summer League guys.
Right. I mean, you even said just a second ago, if he doesn't hit, we could look silly. But I mean, how bad does it have to go for you to look silly? I think he could even have a down season as opposed to what he did in the DSL and still be a top 50 prospect. And I realized also, Reese, forgive me, you guys at home, didn't tell you where we ranked him. Right now, in November, the Prospects Live Dynasty team ranked Jesus Mate number 33 prospect overall. And I would say that in our next update, that will have risen by a comfortable 15 positions, if not more.
Yeah, I think I think you're gonna need to cut it into like 25 positions, but that's just me personally. You have any more on Jesus Mate before we throw it off to our final break?
No, I think we should throw it off and give everybody one more chance to hit the tap before we wrap it up.